Ahoy and welcome to I Like Watches. My name's Gary. I like watches. You're here watching this because you like watches too. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you one of the latest releases by one of my favourite brands. Not only do they make incredible watches like this, but the brand owner is a massive petrol head, and in particular, he likes Porsche 911s. Well, who doesn't? So much so, he set up Roughneck Brigade, an invitation-only club for serious air-cooled 911 enthusiasts with chapters in 9 countries. He's also heavily influenced by American and Japanese culture, loves heavy metal, skateboarding and watches, and every time I review one of his watches I end up talking about the colours he uses and how much I love them. I promise on this occasion I'll keep it to a minimum. The watch brand is of course Nezumi. The brand owner is David Campo, and this was the second watch he designed, which initially launched in 2016. But it's been updated and there are now 2 new versions available. Corbeau, which is the name of the model, is the French word for crow, and this watch was heavily inspired by David's grandfather who worked in the military. Like all of David's other watches, this watch is assembled and quality checked in Germany and is available on a few different straps or a steel bracelet called Colin. A strange name for a watch bracelet, I know, but named after the late great Colin Chapman, so it sort of makes sense. Thankfully on this occasion I've been sent the watch on a steel bracelet, so I can show you what I suspect will be the most popular option: the watch on a bracelet. When I unboxed this watch, I was really taken by how it looks, so striking with the DLC coated accents. Somehow David manages to make Nezumi watches look good, but also toolish and functional at the same time. Super legible dial, bold numbers, contrasting hands over the dark dial, fully brushed case, bracelet and clasp with an on-the-fly adjustment clasp and quick-release spring bars, solid 5-link construction throughout the bracelet, solid end links, solid links, split pins, double pushes and applied logo on the clasp shell. Rotating bezel, which can be used to track a second time zone or extend the chronograph function to allow you to track elapsed hours. I initially thought a 24-click bidirectional GMT action for the bezel would be better, but given this is also a timer bezel, I think 120-click unidirectional action does make more sense. You need the 120 locations for accurate placement when timing, and you are far less likely to knock it and move it accidentally given it's unidirectional. The action is really nice too, crisp clicks, super smooth and even resistance all the way around. I do need to talk about the colours, I'm sorry. I feel overly sensitive to colours, not so much the ones that work well, but more so when colours are paired that don't work. David always seems to pick colours that work well, and not only that, he seems to find the right balance. He doesn't add too much colour. The lighter colour isn't white, it's a warm cream colour, and it makes the watch softer on the eyes. A more brilliant white would be too stark, I think. It houses the VK63, so the dial is busy, but you benefit from a running seconds hand, which is always appreciated. 24-hour subdial at the 3 and 60-minute subdial at the 9. No date complications, sadly. The movement incorporates it and the crown has the first position to adjust it, but David's chosen not to utilise it. Shame really, I think it would have been good to have. Pull push crown and screw down DLC coated case back. 50 metres of water resistance. I'd have expected a 100 metre water resistance rating on this watch, given its toolish nature. You do get a piece of double domed sapphire crystal with strong AR coating, and the lume is surprisingly strong as well. Swiss grade X1 Super Luminova. You'll see the lume test at the end of the video. And I really was surprised by its strength, given it's printed onto the dial and not filled into hollowed out applied indices. The watch sits nicely on my wrist thanks to its fair dimensions, female bracelet end links, and even weight distribution, and you're only ever seconds away from the perfect fit thanks to the easily adjusted clasp. It certainly strikes a handsome pose thanks to those DLC coated details, the balanced dial, which is only possible with the exclusion of the date window. I, however, would have sacrificed that cosmetic balance in favour of having the date complication, I think. This is a tool watch after all, and the date complication would add value to an already practical traveller's military-inspired chronograph. I also prefer screw pins over split pins, but there is an argument to be had that split pins are perhaps less likely to work themselves out during the daily rigours this watch was designed to handle, so they might not be a bad choice. I was also surprised and a touch disappointed to see the bezel insert had no lume. That would have been a nice touch, I think, and it's something David's done on other watches. And an upgraded water resistance rating from 50 meters to 100 meters, perhaps the only other change I'd suggest. This may result in a fractionally thicker watch, but not enough to impact its wearability or appearance, I don't think. This is certainly an eye-catching piece, complemented by the 5-link bracelet on this occasion, which is certainly the most appealing option, but that comes at a price. You were probably hoping to pay less for this watch, given it houses a movement that finds its way into very affordable watches, but David knows his strength in his designs and backs his prices by rarely offering discounts of any sort, so if you want one, these are the prices you'll have to pay.